note that I just uploaded over here. And take note here, I just uploaded the new videos for some of the word problems. Okay, here shows you page 56, question 2. Can you mark out on your worksheet? I said make space for your table. You need to be able to do the writing as well.
Make space on your table so that you have space for writing.
So you can see on my channel page, I'm already now, for Aiden and Summer who was absent yesterday, you can see on my channel already, just straight at the cover of the channel, you can see the work problems are also uploaded. So whatever you missed out yesterday, you need to find time on your own to catch up on them. So if you click on the videos page, you can see it's the latest one set here. Including yesterday, we started on the first question, page 55. Page 54, and then here 56, 57, and 61. So take note now. So I'm going to repeat one more time. For this particular question, page 55, we did it yesterday in class. For some either you need to go back and catch up the video on YouTube. This question is on YouTube already. Take note, circle, and write it down. I'm not doing this question in class. If I go through all the questions in class, there won't be enough time to finish, and also the class will be I think quite boring because everything is done in class, all the questions. And then some of our friends, you might be able to do this by yourself already, or you'll be able to do it quite fast. So you are able to watch the video and manage by yourself. Some of you might feel like I need to replay or pause the video. So this is recorded already. As we discussed yesterday, now that we are primary 6, there are more than one method to solve problems. So here, even for question 3 on page 57 in the video, you'll see me explaining 2 methods to solve. So largely, we describe the 2 methods. One is the model method, and one is the. It's not showing. Can you see my screen? Is it better now? Okay, so you'll see that there are 2 different methods. So yesterday we did the question also. Sorry. Okay, let me show you the tab. Here. So yesterday's video, this one on page 55, question 1, you'll see quite exponential sets. A bit tiny, you cannot really see. There are 3 methods that I presented. Fraction over fraction by solving. Okay? One is the model, one is the branching, and one is step by step doing, finding out the values first. So this, so at primary stage, really there are more than one method to do things. So go back and take a look again, especially. Now let's go on to the new question. So here, this is question 3. Talk about branching it out. Question 2 as well, you see the two different methods. Branching out like the mind map and the model method. Okay, so let's flip on to the next, the question on the cookies here. This is question for page 58. So have you taken note, page 56, 57, they are both on YouTube. 58, here we are looking at the cookies question. Let's take our time to read the question first. So you see that this question is, you can't quite use yesterday's method 3. Why? Because yesterday, method 3, they gave you the number for everything right at the start. This one didn't give you any number of cookies. Only the last part that it says left with this. Meaning you have to work out the fraction no matter what. Okay, but this question is still relatively okay. If I think about it, I have all the cookies that start already, yeah? So I use the branching method. If I have all the cookies, we take note of the fraction. 8, 1/4 of them. So from all the cookies, 1/4 of the cookies, 8. Right? 3/10 of the cookies is still of cookies. It's not of any remainder. So it's still quite. Right? Okay, it's still of the cookies. Then finally say left. It's still left of all the cookies, 27. That's the whole number. 3/10 of the cookies, this is to the neighbor. It is 8. If I just work through the fraction, I am able to see that so that all of the cookies, I can straight away find what's left by using 1 whole, that's all the cookies, minus the fraction that was eaten, minus the fraction that was given away. So this one quite straightforward and not so challenging because it's a subtraction equation, that means equivalent fraction will do. So in this case, you have 4 and 10, so the nearest denominator will be 20, that's right. So 1/4 becomes 5 out of 20, and then 3 out of 10 becomes 6 out of 20. So instead of writing 1 whole, I can already write 20 out of 20. Which gives me at the end 9 out of 20. Okay, then we can use the equivalents like rates, like how Skylar used to do it when rate. I remember strongly when primary 5. Then you can do the equivalent method just like rate. So 9/12 of the container is of all cookies. Let's left. This is 27. So 1 out of 20 will be 3. That's right. Now 27 divided by 9. Then he says, want to find the number of keys you give to a neighbor. What fraction is that? 310. So 310 is to neighbor. This is 6 out of 20. So 6 units. Yeah, 18, you got it. 3 times 6. So the answer, the final answer is, the final answer mark will go to 3 times 6 equals to 18. Is it difficult? Still manageable, right? Can you understand? So this question is not too challenging still because it's still dealing with all the cookies. There's no part where it says that she gave 3/10 of the remaining cookies. When you see the word remainder or remaining cookies, that makes the question more complicated. Over here is still of cookies. Of cookies, of cookies. So in the end, it's all the same denominator. The only complicated part is when they start saying of the remainder. So imagine if I'm drawing a model, how many parts do you think my model will look like? How many mini parts? I will start off with 4. You're right. If I draw a model, I will start off with 4 units. Okay, maybe I must draw bigger. Then you tell me why you think I must draw like a whole long bar. Yeah, you can just, if you can understand this one, the whatever I've written so far, no need to draw model, can do already, also can. So yes, you're right. If I draw a model, I start off with 4 units, and then the first 1/4 is the part that she ate. Now, but how many units do you think I will end up drawing or cutting up into this whole piece? By looking at the previous one, how many do you think I will end up cutting? What happened here? So each unit, each quarter, how many units do you think I'm going to cut into? 5. Because okay. If each unit I cut into 4 altogether, there are 4 units, each unit I cut into 5 parts. There are 4 units, each unit I cut into 5 parts. Why cut into 5 parts? Because you need 20 mini parts. That's right. So I need 20 mini parts. Why? Because I have to figure out the 3/10. 3/10 to the neighbor, how many mini units is that? 6 mini units, that's correct. So this is the part that is to the neighbor. It's actually 3/10. Which is 6 out of 20. Okay, I draw out the fraction part for you to see. Okay. Looks a bit complicated. So left over how many units? 9 mini units. Then for the model drawing, you get the same steps in the end. 9 mini units is 27. So you want to find 6 mini units that is the give to neighbor. So it's 27 divided by 9 times 6. You will give you 18 as well. So that's the model drawing method. You see, if you can understand the model, you are only writing like 4 sentences. But the model itself is not so easy to be able to get. You need to be able to have a strong sense of the equivalent fraction. I have quarter and heads. To make them equivalent, I change their denominator to 20. That's why I'm cutting into 20 mini parts. Now, if you can understand, the model drawing becomes relatively quite fast to draw. But if you have trouble understanding, you will take a long time to figure out how to draw it. Then you can't solve it within that 2 or 3 equations. Okay? Now you have to make a choice. Which one do you like better? The model or the step-by-step equation that I wrote? Many of you might think I want to choose the step-by-step, not the model. Probably because you hear me write that first. So you accept the one first. If I do the model first, maybe you will prefer the model. So you really need to go back and think which one you prefer and which one you are confident of doing by yourself. Is that okay? So the same thing, you notice that the previous question, I will draw in the video, I will explain one model method and I will explain one equation method. You really need to go back and decide which one you think you like better. Each question over here is worth about 4 or 5 marks. Yes, that's right, Ryan, you got it. Imagine you get one question correct, you get 5 marks already. It's the same as completing 5 NC2 questions and getting correct. Okay? So, which is doable, you must encourage yourself to try. Okay? Now let's go to the task question. This is the part where you have you can draw? You want to try first? A bit more complicated. I think it's very hard to draw. What do you think will probably be the denominator? This one, we are page 59. Are you okay? I think this one is quite challenging to draw. But this question is slightly similar to question 58, a bit same. Because it says, that the annotation is very important. 3/7 of the tarts, pineapple. 2/5 of the tarts, strawberry. The rest coconut. Very similar to the previous question. Lucky, this question never asked about remainder. Because many of us will probably see remainder, you did already, right? Why? So you have all the tarts, all tarts. That's how I draw from the left to the right, right? I draw from left to right. Now I draw top to down, okay? So now we have all the tarts, that's one whole. Out of all the tarts, 3/7 of the tarts, this one is pineapple. 2/5 the tarts, strawberry, and the rest, coconut. Okay, here's the challenge. Never give you how many tarts. This one is a question mark to know how many. In the end, the question asks about strawberry. So this one is a question mark here. Okay, the other clue, not very helpful, so challenging. It tells you pineapple more than coconut. How much more? 252 more. And you see the whole number. And this whole number is a big number. And then try to say, cannot use calculator see. So the pineapple minus the coconut is 252. Means there are more pineapple than coconut. So challenging. But still not too bad because everything talk about all the parts. Now don't have remainder. So I can find the coconut first. Coconut fraction will be 1 whole minus the pineapple which is 3 out of 7 minus the strawberry that is 2 out of 5. Now, what do you think is the denominator I will be? 35, you are right. Can you see why I don't want to draw a model first now? How many parts do you think I will draw? 35 parts. So I'm not going to draw a model because it's 35 parts. But if it helps you to be able to see, yes, you can draw 35 parts, okay? To be able to see. So 37 will become huh? 37 will become, so times 5 times 5. What will be the numerator? 15, that's right. Then 2 things will be 14 out of 35. That's right. Okay, then what do you get for coconut? 6, that's correct. Wow, very fast. Huh? Wow, so impressive. How so fast? So now you have this fraction already. This is 6 out of 35. Now I'll put back to this clue here. Huh?
Can you give a what?
300. That's correct. How do you get there?
Oh, okay.
Then you got if your workings are clear, then you probably got the 5 marks already. Congratulations. 4 to 5 marks. Honestly, it's not that challenging because it doesn't involve remainder. Then maybe since you have already completed this session, why don't you try the level 3, page 61? The one that involves remainder because it has the rest, then part of Singapore, part of Malaysia. That one is more challenging. A fraction of a fraction. So that's quite okay. Okay, so you have pineapple minus coconut. That will be pineapple is 3 out of 7 minus coconut, that is 6 out of 35. So just now we already figured out that is 15 out of 35 minus 6 out of 35. So it's how many? 9 out of 35. So 9 out of 35 units of the parts. Correct. Is 2 out of 52. So it's back to the unitary idea. Okay? So I can find 1 out of 35. 252 divided by 9. Okay, so strawberry is how many units? So you find the answer with your long division. Strawberry is how many? 14, okay, that's right. 14 out of 35. So whatever answer you've got here times 14. Then you get your answer. Okay? Is this okay? Can we do one last question? Then we can, I think we can explain booklet already. Oh, yes, 50. Well done. Wait. Scarlett, I cannot just say the answer is 80 is correct because we may have a fluke. At primary 6 at PSI, it's important to have the correct working steps. Okay, we have to check your steps here. Okay, the final answer is not as important as the process. Okay, so if the process is not correct, even if you get the correct answer, that might not give you the full marks. Okay, the process must be correct. But it's a good sign when you get the correct answer. Okay, shall we do a last question? Okay, can we move on already? Okay, just to highlight to you the one that Skylar is talking about. Okay, the level 3, the Singapore stamps and the Malaysian stamp question. This is on YouTube as well. Just now I said page 61. This is the last question for the topic, the level 3. Page 62, no need to do. Okay, you can strike away page 62. If you want, you can try, okay? Okay, the last question we are going to do before we play our booklet will be the ropes question. Okay, this one has a fraction of a fraction or fraction divided by fraction 1. Start with this. Let's keep this a positive environment, okay? We play booklet and then you are doing the acting, then it will be fun. Okay, let's focus on this last question. In this last question, I see a word that immediately gives me the idea that I will have to do times and divide. Then you see the remaining. So scary. Okay, so you already have this word remaining. This is scary. Okay, but then there is a clue that tells me I must use times and divide for this question. What is that word? Each. That's right. Immediately you see each already. So I can already write down GET. So after GET, the next thing I must remember is what is it? I will keep saying KCS, that's right. That's right. So already the clues are here. Let's look at this question here. Which word tells you its group? Pieces, very good. Okay, so you have 18 pieces. Oops. Okay, so the group tells you it's about pieces. Okay. Now it's a bit tricky now because the story is very complicated. So let me try to draw the rope up. Use brown color. Imagine there's this rope. Let's draw it straight. Okay, not curly. Curly is misleading. The rope must be straight so that it's equal parts. Okay, so there's this rope here that first is cut into 18 parts. However, there's remainder. Remaining, that means there's some rope that was a leftover. Okay, let's say this is the leftover. Remaining. So it's the remainder. This part is not cut into the 18 pieces. All this is the 18 pieces. Okay? There were 18 pieces, then got remainder. Okay? Now, the whole row is 8 meters. Okay, I remember my units. Meters. Okay. But then the question asks about pieces, huh? Okay, so the story becomes very complicated. First, you have 18 pieces cut from an 8-meter rope. So one piece, 18 pieces, one piece is 2 meters each. The total rope cut is to know. Okay, solve this part first. So total rope cut will be 18 pieces, which is the group, times each piece is 2 feet a meter. Okay, so I have 18 times 2 feet. Can simplify? Cannot. So it's 36 out of 5. So altogether is 36 out of 5. Can I put the oops? Can I put in a mixed number? What's the mixed number? And so 7 and 105, 1 feet. Okay. So the total cut is 7 and 1 feet. Okay. That means this whole thing here that's cut out is 7 and 1 meter. Okay, but the answer here. Okay, now can I find remainder? The story goes on. So the remaining rope will be, yes, 8 meter minus 7 and 1 feet. So it's 4 feet, 4 out of 5. Okay, then the last part. The last part says, I take this remaining rope, I cut into one shorter pieces, the remaining. Cut into shorter pieces of 1/5 meter each. Okay, so I have another GEP. Now for the remainder is 4 feet a meter. Okay, each piece then asks for how many pieces, how many shorter pieces. Each piece is 1/5 a meter. Okay, that means I cut this yellow piece. Cut again. Okay, so to find the group, same thing. Number of pieces will be. If you draw the model, you probably get the answer immediately. So take the total is 4 feet. Divide by each is 1 feet. Then do keep change flip. Keep 4 feet. Change divide to times. Flip 1/5 is 5/1. Can simplify? Yes. What's the answer? 4. Is it difficult? Actually, not really. You realize that actually the answer is not difficult, it's just 4 pieces. Finish already. Now, so really I think what is necessary for everyone when solving a primary 6 level question is about being patient to solve. Okay? So the answer here is pieces. 4 pieces of 1/5 meter each. Okay? Yeah. Now I think the really difficult part is about having resilience, and patience. Actually, you spend the 15 minutes with me to do this question. In the end, you realize that actually the steps are not complicated. And it's actually quite an easy question. But I think many of you, immediately you see, you don't want to put in that
time and effort. In the end, you lose that 4 or 5 bucks. So I urge everyone, please put in effort and patience. Okay, you only be running 6 once. Please put in your effort. Okay? Okay, with that, we finish the whole set. The remaining questions, there are 3 of them. I repeat again to remind you. Page 56, page 57, page 61. They are on YouTube already. Is that clear? If that's clear, we got 10 minutes to booklet. Let's do I stop recording first, okay? Okay, ready? Let's do the one on fraction, percentage, and decimal. Many of us kind of forgot how to do percentage.